So Shraddhavan category. So Neel Madhav. At the end of the day, Neel Madhav, Mihir Patel, Reena Patel, Dev Ajay Patel, Mishri Ajay Patel. So these people who have committed to chant one round every day, so they come under the category of Shraddhavan. Shraddhavan means they have the Shraddha and they want to increase their faith by chanting these rounds. So Mishri Ajay Patel, Mihir Patel, yes, and Reena Patel. Dev Ajay Patel, Mishri Ajay Patel, Nishma Ajay Patel. Probably you will pay obeisances there also. Devarshi Vishal Nayak. Devarshi is here around. Devarshi, wonderful. So as young devotee as Devarshi, they have committed to chant. So wonderful. Drumil Agrawal. Drumil around. Okay, Kalindi Sheikh. Kalindi, you around? Drumil Agrawal. Devarshi. Kalindi Sheikh and Keshav Sheikh. Keshav, you know? So you will get the certificate, pay your obeisance to the Prabhupada and to the deities here, and then go back to your seat.
What's your name?
Khush Patel. Khush. Rivo. Maharshi Rana. Maharshi Rana. Maharshi Rana. Sorry, Maharshi Vishal Nayak, yes. I was thinking, what's that? Two Maharshis. Maharshi Vishal Nayak, that's him. Mahi Arya, Maria Arya and Shiva Arya. They are not here today, so they'll get the certificates later on. Mevin Apaya. Mevin? Yes, Hare Krishna Mevin. Mevin has been coming to our temple for some months and then now he's inspired to take the next step of committing to chant one round every day. Hare Krishna. Nidhi Nishit Patel. Nidhi Nishit Patel. Nilima Hajo. Nilima Mataji. Wonderful. Even at this age you can start the process of Bhakti Yoga. There's no limitation at all. Nishit Patel. Nishit Patel around? Hare Krishna. Pankaj Pandya. Pankaj Pandya. Rahi around? Yes. Wonderful. Does anyone recognize Rahi from the drama? Who she was? Lord Vishnu. So Rahi is committed also to chant every day one round. Rahul Borse, Rahul is not here today. Sapna Sharma. Just, they say every journey starts with one step, the first step. So this is the first step, everyone is taken to even chant one round every day, and that's a big commitment. When we chant one round, it is about 7 to 8 minutes, again to say thank you to the Lord for giving us everything what we have now. As Keshav Maharaj says, that what we have is Krishna's gift to us, but what we become is our gift to Krishna. So when we progress in bhakti, and when we become wonderful devotees, then that is our gift to Krishna. Krishna becomes very pleased with that gift. Sarah Swarja Chintamani Mataji, is there? Yes, Sarah? Not here, okay. Trisha? Vishal is not here. Yes. Sri Harsha Hebani. Sri Harsha Hebani. Sri Harsha? No. Uma Sri Harsha? Uma Sri Harsha? Vishal Trivedi? Vishal Harsha? Vishal today? No. Vishal, yeah. Okay, Rupanjali Singh. Rupanjali, she's not yet there. Kamaldeep Garg. Kamaldeep Garg. Keshavi Tandon. Keshavi. So right now when they're walking here, just in your heart you can give them blessings and pray for them that these people become wonderful devotees in due time. Nishad Yajna, Nishad. I saw Nishad here. Wonderful. Nishad also has been coming here for a few months and now he's taken the first step.
You have to keep this clear so
Standing
ladies
every
can
day.
come. Go that
Ajay
side.
Sharma. I saw Ajay also. Ajay Sharma. Navya Desai. Navya. Okay, Payal Chirag Kenish is in India. I know that. Payal is in India. Yashvi Prajapati. Yashvi Prajapati. Yashvi Prajapati. Nirvi Prajapati. And Ami Prajapati. So all these people who have committed to chant one round, they have started their course of bhakti, and then slowly, as Prabhu always says, one thing leads to another. So one becomes two becomes four, and like very soon they'll be chanting 16 rounds, and initiation, then they'll become leaders in their own respects. So now we come to the stage of Krishna Sevaka. Krishna Sevaka means they'll be firm in serving Krishna, and they have committed to chant 4 rounds. 4 rounds every day on beats, not on clicker beats. Adya Agarwal. Adya. Akanksha Gaba. Akanksha. Mr. Akanksha now. Ajay Patel. Ameya Kumar. Ameya. I saw them today. Yes, Ameya. We are all very proud of Ameya. She's a confident little girl. She knows that it was very good. And she's going to chant 4 rounds every day. Wonderful. Bhargav Latia. Bhargav. Ishan Raj. Kanish Shukla. Kanish 4 rounds every day. So all these kids are going to sacrifice their iPad time and they're going to chant 4 rounds. So being on the iPhone or Samsung, they're actually going to be with Shah actually. Krishna Shah. Krishna Mataji is there? Yes. Wonderful. Maitri Shah. Maitri. Is Nisar here? Nisar today? Okay, so Nisar Kadvi. Om Veer Arya. Om also is not here. Satyam Bhagwana. Satyam. I saw Satyam. Yes. Hare Krishna. Seema Rani. No, she's not there. Rajesh Gopal, of course, is can see today. Sindhu Gamini today here. No. Divyesh Patel, no, is in India. Vidit Deepak Patel is not here. And Winkle Paladia. Winkle is there today? No. And Anvesha Jain. So next is, now of course the bar is getting higher and higher and higher. So these are the devotees who are under the category of Krishna Sadhaka, and they'll be chanting 8 rounds every day. They have been chanting, but they also committed to chant at least 8 rounds on beat every day. Now this is a wonderful commitment. We should not think that, I cannot do it. All of us thought like that, but now here today, we are not only chanting 16 rounds or Gayatri, studying Prabhupada's books, doing all the services, doing work, business, whatever it is, taking care of family. Everything happens by Krishna's mysterious arrangement. So please don't think that I will not be able to chant 8 rounds or 16 rounds. It's not difficult. So, Kushi Pare. Okay. Dinesh Sharma. Anika Raj. Wonderful. Anika is committed to chant 8 rounds every day. That's a very big achievement. So please give her a big Haribol. Bhavna and Soni is here. Yes. Maharaj is committed to chant 8 rounds. Again, as I said, there's no bar. Even at this age, you can start your Bhakti Yoga.
Hare Krishna.
Palak Khandelwal. Praveen Khandelwal. I want a vote here. How many of you know him? How many of you don't know him? How many of you have heard him speaking? He is, what can I say? I get emotional when I speak about him. He's a wonderful devotee, an integral part of our team, and besides having a very high level of intelligence, he's got a very high level of humor also. You might be surprised to know that, and we're very proud to have him here in our team. And of course, I don't want to embarrass him by saying that he's the CFO of the entire Anani group here in Australia. Begin from here, so please give him a big Haribol. Surbhi Nalva. Surbhi is here. Okay. Can I say the same thing? How many of you know Surbhi? Ritika Sharma. Ritika just left for India this morning. So next is Krishna Upasaka. Again, a category where we have got full faith in Krishna, we have committed our lives, and we are going to commit to chant 12 rounds every day. Now that's a big commitment, serious commitment. One thing we should understand, life will throw challenges at us from time to time. It's not that it's going to be easy from here, because you start chanting. No. It's as we know, life is a roller coaster ride. But somehow or the other, we have to get hold and keep hold of the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, the Guru Parampara, Shri Gauranitai, Shri Radha Kirtandari, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, and just make sure that we are among the devotees when difficulties come, and we just progress through that rough phase. Yesterday, His Grace Shankar Chandra gave a very nice analogy. He says that when a pilot is coasting his way in the plane, is guiding the aircraft, and when he sees a big storm coming, what does he do? He doesn't take the plane through the storm. He takes the plane up. So similarly, when we see some storms coming, or even some unexpected storm comes, we have to take our consciousness to a higher level by our bhakti process. And then that way we'll be able to withstand the storm or even overcome the storm very easily. So these devotees were committed to chant 12 rounds. Anandi Hilpara, Anandi Mataji, please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Dharmesh Patel. Divija Bhardwaj, she's not here. She's here? No. But she's chanting 12 rounds every day and she's also committed to chant 12 rounds from now. And of course, very soon she'll come to 16 rounds. Now the surprise entry in this one is Manya Kumar. So, Manya, it's surprise for us, not for the parents. As my spiritual master Indradum Swami always says, but the entire credit for the children progressing in the spiritual life goes to the parents. So, Kumar Prabhu and Kari Mataji, thank you very much for being a wonderful part of the community and raising some wonderful children. And as you know, no drama is complete without the involvement of this family. So anything what you see in our drama, their contribution is always there. Maheshwari, my Prabhu is there. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, and none other than our own Mukund Prabhu. Pallavi Karani, Pallavi is here. That's Pallavi, Hare Krishna. So Pallavi Mataji and Pallavi Dai, they are shortly moving to America, so please bless them, please pray for them, that there they continue their bhakti and make their family and everyone around them nice devotees. Vaishali Patel, here. Vaishali Patel and Vishal Nayak. Vishal Nayak, yes. Just moved very close to the temple here in Vishal, so it will be nice for them to engage in more and more service. These are the devotees who are committed to chant 12 rounds. So please give them a big Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The next category is category of devotees who are committed to chant 16 rounds every day. They might also be chanting now, but they are committed to chant 16 rounds. And this category is called Srila Prabhupada Ashraya. That means they've got full confidence in Srila Prabhupada, in the Guru Parampara, Prabhupada's teachings, the process he has given us, and they're committed to follow this. So again, please pray for them also, that whatever happens, we all are together in this path of bhakti, and we all support each other and progress, as Maharaj said, that Krishna consciousness means moving forward. Avantika Chaudhary. Riti Chaudhary. Devlata Jagadish Deshmukh. Devlata Prabhu and Mataji just got married, so please also bless them for a wonderful rest of life. Rukmini Devlata. Devek Agrawal. Urmi Agrawal. Jai Kumar. Shri Hari Bol Bhagwan. If anyone can make Joy smile, chant or dance, then they'll get a special reward. Alright.
Leader.
After Jai, there's our own Keshni Gunesh. Mona Patel. Ramesh Patel. How many of you know Ramesh Patel? So Ramesh Prabhu again is a wonderful member of our team, and so what can I say? Then we have team management meetings. We just have fun together. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Monica Soni. So Krishna Prabhu and Monica Mataji, they are very serious in the daily worship. So please bless them that they progress again in their spiritual life, and have some. Of course, they get initiated, second initiated, they can go on the altar and start worshiping the deities here. Nilesh Patel. So there are some people who are trailblazers. So on the youth, Nilesh is there, 16 down. Everyone slowly comes to 16 down. Kesh is there. They'll get initiated one by one, and they are all a big family now. And then because this hall is now becoming small, they are going to start another temple in Northside, in Ipswich, in Springfield, many suburbs. Sahil Sharma. Smita Vishal Nayak. And please pray that they can do more and more and more service, and please Krishna. Vrinda Kanan. So we have the advantage also here. Then someone already comes in the background, and then we take the credit for that. So she's come from a wonderful family. Prabhu is here? Oh yes. All credit to you, Prabhu. Kadam Kanan Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Nilima Sharma. All this hard work has been done by Nilima Mataji. All the lists being prepared, the certificates were printed, make sure the names are correct, everything. So please also give her a big Hare Krishna. Chirag Kenny is not here, Deepak Patel is not here, Harsh and Ruchi Desai, they are also not here. So they were all again committed to chant 16 rounds at least on the beat, and the category Srila Prabhupada Shreya. So I'll request Bhagavata Shah Prabhu to speak for a few minutes, and then and Maharaj is going to speak, inspiring all of us, and then we'll have the Aarti and then the feast.
Hare Krishna. I want to congratulate everybody here for what they've taken up the promise to do. Don't go away, stay here. I get insecure when he's not around.
I'm insecure when I'm around.
But I see something wonderful happening here. And the thing I wanted to talk about today is leadership. And
It's not election.
huh?
It's not election.
It's not election. But without leadership, nothing happens. Nothing happens. So I want us all to offer a special honor today to our leader. I don't know choked up about this because I've known Saki Roy for almost 25 years now. And
Your tolerance is amazing.
but there's something that a saying that you never get second chance at first impressions. And the very first impression I had of Sakura is, here's somebody Krishna has brought to do something wonderful. And over the past 20 odd years, we all know Shakti Roy has been a stalwart devotee of Krishna Yajna. And the thing that I want to commend most about our Shakti Roy is that about leadership we say, a good leader leads, but a great leader makes other leaders. And this is the wonderful thing I see in this congregation. There are so many devotees coming forward to take initiative in leadership. And this is needed so much to spread this Krishna consciousness movement to every town and village. And as he said, who was it that you said? These boys, Ipswich, all around. Brisbane is a conglomeration of hundreds of villages. So the idea of there being the temple is gone. Now we need temples like we have hospitals. We need temples like we have hotels. Every town and village. So under the leadership that Sakhi Roy has demonstrated here, I feel very, very confident that all of you can step up and take some leadership role. No matter how big, no matter how small, it doesn't matter. Leadership doesn't mean big leaders. Anyone can be a leader. It's very simple. You set the example and you encourage others. And you follow the principle that it's amazing what you can get done when you're not attached to who gets the credit for it. Sakhi Roy never puts himself forward as the person who deserves the credit for what is being done. But you can all be sure, if it wasn't for his devotion and his initiative and his courage, this would not be happening. Hare Krishna.
I'd like to ask you, takes two to tango.
Yeah.
All glories to his beautiful wife who's she's a powerhouse as well. For my humble obeisances to you, and always enjoy your being enlivened by your spirit. Those of you who are just indomitable, nothing can stop you. And you've proven that. So it's a great example. Thank you.
I just ask one question. If Rajlakshmi is not there, how many people will come to my house?
Sakhi Roy Prabhu ki jai! Srila Prabhupada ki jai! Nitai Gaura Premanandi! Where's Jai? Where's Swami? Is he going to give us something? Maharaj? Yeah. I see. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. I'm going to introduce you now to Sankirtan Prabhu, like everybody knows. Yeah.
A few words.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This mantra is called Nama Avatar. Krishna has come all the way from Goloka Vrindavan right down here to Australia, and is blessing us with his Sangha. So don't take this cheaply. Krishna himself has come. Now open your heart, take Krishna into your heart. He's already there. He's covered by the modes. So this chanting wipes the modes away. Like a foggy morning, the sun comes and wipes away the fog. So this Hare Krishna mantra is like a brilliant sun that wipes away the fog in our hearts, so we can actually experience Krishna in his full beauty, his power, his beauty, his renunciation, his knowledge, wealth and fame. It's all there waiting for us. We just have to become free from illicit sex, meat-eating, intoxication, and gambling, go deep, deep, deep into Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Take this process seriously. and your lives will be unlimitedly sublime. We guarantee it. Thank you.
There's a line in Chaitanya Charitamrita which says, true eloquence, true eloquence.
Essential truth, spoken concisely, is true eloquence.
Yes. Truth spoken concisely is true eloquence. So thank you for your eloquence.
I'm trying. Going to trying.
What now?
You're waiting for Maharaj.
We're waiting on Maharaj.
Just we'll get
So we have a Kirtan? We can leave. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Om Yasya Prananjana Madhavakalya Shurnivitam Dina Tasmai Shri Gude Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Samsthavitam Jena Bhutale Svayam Rupapada Maikram Dhati Shapadam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Prabhupada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnava Shri Rupam Shasvatam Shakavana Vaganatam Vitam Stam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadhutam Pradijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Bhavana Lulita Sri Vishakam Vitamscha Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Radha Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Krishna Manusage Devi Pranamami Haike Vaksha Gopika Prabhasindho Devacha Padivanam Avanekyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura-Bhakta Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Cell phone check. All her cell phones can be silent mode. So today, Vaishnav Seva. The topic is Vaishnav Seva. First question is, who's the Vaishnav? Who's the Vaishnav? Vaishnav means devotee of Vishnu. But who is a Vaishnav? In Chaitanya Charitamrita it said that anyone who chants the holy name of Krishna even once is a Vaishnav. That already he's a Vaishnava. Of course, first thing is every living entity is constitutionally a Vaishnava. Jivya Sharupoi Krishna Nityadas. Constitutionally, everyone is a servant of Krishna. But then we forget and we serve our senses, we serve our country, we serve our family, we serve our boss, and we forget that we're servants of Krishna. But if someone chants Hare Krishna, chants the holy name of the Lord even once, he's on the path to remembering Krishna. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he's counted as a Vaishnava. But then there's more advanced Vaishnavas. Tikshasthiya, peace, Kajantami, anyone who's chanting the holy name, he's a Vaishnava. Especially chanting even once, but then going on chanting. Vaishnava is chanting Hare Krishna. But then, next step, there are those who come forward, they've taken up the process seriously. They've taken initiation to connect with the line of gurus extending back to Krishna. They've undertaken vows that I'll follow these regulative principles, I'll chant so many vows a day. That means now he's a serious student. In the beginning, everyone is welcome to chant Hare Krishna. Everyone is welcome to chant Hare Krishna. And everyone will benefit from chanting Hare Krishna. But then, someone comes forward to take up the process seriously. He's very advanced. So, the person who's simply chanting Hare Krishna, at least in our mind, we should honor that person always. And if someone's initiated and following the process, then we should, Pranatitis, we should offer him pranams. And Shrushaya Bhajana Vigyam Amanyamana Indari Shunya Vidamisitam Sangala. And then there's a very advanced Vaishnava. What's an advanced Vaishnava? Bhajana Vigya. Bhajana Vigya means very expert in serving Krishna. He knows the Shastras, he knows the process, he's following in the footsteps of his spiritual master. So he's expert in serving Krishna. Expert doesn't just mean rituals and pujas, and that's not expert. That's one kind of expert, all right. But real expert is what will please Krishna the most? What will please my spiritual master? What will please Krishna? Otherwise, mantra, tantra, visharada, vaishnava, guru, nasya, vaishnava, sukhajot. One may be very expert in mantras and tantras, rituals, but if he's not serious about pleasing Krishna, then he's useless. At least he's not fit to be a spiritual master. But even if one is born in a family of dog eaters, if he's Bhajana Vigya, he's expert in serving Krishna, no, he's qualified. But a Vaishnava, just that he's a Vaishnava, he's qualified. Because Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna says, Ma mekam sharanam braja. So if one is not surrendered to Krishna, how can he be the representative of Krishna? And if one is surrendered to Krishna, it doesn't matter what family, what part of the world, what country, he can become. So, Bhajana Vigya, expert in serving Krishna. Just like our Srila Prabhupada was expert publishing books, preaching to anyone and everyone, writing books, selling books, establishing temples, starting different programs to engage people in Krishna consciousness, worshiping the deity, cooking, everything for Krishna. Expert. That's one quality of a devotee. The devotee is expert. Bhajana Vigya. Expert in serving Krishna. He doesn't have to be expert in material affairs, but in serving Krishna. And Bhajana Vigya and Ananda. Bhajana Vigya and Anya Nidhari. What was the word we're missing? Bhajana Vigya. Ananya Madhya. Bhajana Vigya Ananya. No other business but serving Krishna. And Nindari Shunya. Vidamit. Nandadi Shunya Buddha. His heart is clear of Ninda Adi. Ninda means criticism, bad mouthing. They put English equivalent of Ninda as bad mouthing. Speaking ill, criticizing. In material life, we like to criticize others because if he's diminished, then my position goes up. I have two ways of going up. Either I can go up or you can go down. Because either way, my position becomes higher. So especially if I can't go up, better that I push you down. How will I push you down? Oh, yes, did you know? Did you hear? He's a nice person, but I like him, but Ninda. How to find some fault. How to find some. So that kind of expertise is not wanted. Finding the faults of others. What is that in the Bhagavad Gita? Naiskritiko Rasha. This is a symptom of tamavin, ignorance. And one is very expert in criticizing others. And in Kali Yuga, that's considered like, wow, he's such a great person because he's an expert in criticizing everyone else. In Kali Yuga, that's what a great soul is. A person, a great critic is a great soul. But better to be even-minded, not to criticize others, not to praise others. Everyone is ultimately a servant of Krishna. We can see everyone that way. And especially the Vaishnavas. General Ninda may not be very good, but to criticize the Vaishnava is very toxic to the spiritual life. Don't do it. The Vaishnava Ninda should be avoided at all costs. I think it was Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, if I'm not wrong. Maybe you correct me if I'm wrong. He wouldn't hear any criticism of Vaishnavas. Anyone started to criticize his, all I know is that all the devotees are engaged in the service of the Lord. That's all. End of story. Because one shouldn't speak Vaishnava Ninda, and one shouldn't even hear Vaishnava. Lord Shiva is the best of the Vaishnavas. When he was criticized in the Daksha Yajna, those who knew what they were doing covered their ears and fled. Better to cover our ears and flee than to hear Vaishnava criticism of the Vaishnava. Because criticism means criticizing finally Vishnu. And Vaishnavas are dear to Krishna. Just like Prabhupada advised that if you want to be dear to Krishna, then become dear to his devotee. Like if you want to make friends with a rich man, he may be very hard to impress. You know, who are you compared to him? But you see him walking his dog, and you say, oh, what a nice dog you have. The man becomes very happy. Oh yes, he's a very nice dog. Now you're the friend of the man. So in that way, the devotees are very dear to Krishna. So if we can please the devotees, then Krishna becomes pleased. And similarly, if we offend the Vaishnavas, if we
criticize the Vaishnavas, then we become offenders to, worse than offenders to the Lord, because the Lord tolerates offenses to himself, but he finds it very difficult to tolerate offenses to his devotees. Prabhupada gave the example that a man can tolerate, like today, hot sun on the head we can tolerate, but hot sun on the feet, well, that's hard. And just when I was walking here, probably everyone took off your shoes, and what happened when you took your shoes off and stepped on that hot stone? Oh, after 2 seconds, you're looking for someplace else to put your foot. It's so hot. The sun on our head we could tolerate, but not this. This is too much. So the Lord himself, he can tolerate criticism of himself, but he doesn't tolerate criticism of Vaishnavas. So Vaishnava Ninda should be avoided, but Vaishnava Seva, all Krishna appreciates so much. Just to become, therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced himself, or considered himself, Gopi Partha Pada Kamalayo, Dasa Dasanudas, his servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. And Prabhupada said, the more times you add servant, the higher your position. Dasa. Well, this is our business, to serve the Vaishnavas. Yesterday we were talking about the material seva to the so-called poor and underprivileged. That's not recommended as our real business in the Bhagavad Gita. But this is recommended to serve the Vaishnavas. Serve the Brahmins, and the Vaishnavas are the best of the Brahmins. And the Vaishnavas can be saved, served very easily. Offer them something, you make friends. Rupa Goswami explains, offer them something, accept something. Just close your mind, hear from them. Give them something, accept something. In this way we make friendship with the Vaishnavas. And for a very advanced Vaishnava, we should just be eager to serve without consideration. But not that I'll only serve an advanced Vaishnava, and the rest of them, nah. If we can serve, just like who was that? Kalidas. He was one devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was from a low caste, but his aspiration was he was from a high caste, he was a Brahmin. No, he was a Brahmin, but his goal was to get the remnants of the prasadam of all the devotees. So even if there was some low-class family, he would give them some mangoes, something, and then he would hide. And when they would they'd honor the mango, and then they would throw the peel, then he would relish. He'd take that, got another Mahaprasad of another Vaishnava. Low class, high class, Ye bhaje sheva abhaktahinja. Faith in the church, one who serves Krishna, he is great. Ye bhaje sheva. And abhaktahinja. Those who are not devotees, they're miserable and unfortunate. And therefore we should try to help them. So, I don't want to take a lot of time, but we should appreciate all the Vaishnavas. Indian Vaishnavas, American Vaishnavas, yeah, even the American Vaishnavas.
And Australia.
Hmm?
And Australia.
Australian, yeah. Brahmin Vaishnavas, Fiji Vaishnavas, Burbank Vaishnavas, Brisbane Vaishnavas. No distinction. Not these Vaishnavas are good, those Vaishnavas are bad. These are my friends, these are my enemies. These are high class, these are low class. Vaishnavas are, all we know is that they're all engaged in the service of Krishna, and therefore we want to get the favor. We want to serve and get the favor of all the Vaishnavas. That should be and that will purify our hearts, that will make our life successful. To have that mindadi shunya rhythm, to have a heart which doesn't have this junk in it. Starting with Vaishnava Nina, criticism of other Vaishnavas or other saintly persons, and other unwanted things in the heart. But if we go on chanting Hare Krishna seriously and sincerely, follow the process, then serve the Vaishnavas, and Krishna may be a little kind to us and we achieve success. Hare Krishna.
And this is an eloquent, very enlightening understanding of Krishna Bhakti in the process. I don't know what I can say, I'm just like a crow from God. But I do remember...
No Vaishnava Nidra.
I remember once, one place in Nectar Devotion, Srila Prabhupada said that for your blasphemy of devotees, the first thing, if you defeat that by argument, you can't do, you should give up your life on the spot. If you can't do that, you should leave the place. So, leaving a place is very good for those who are not expert in defeating opposing arguments. So I remember Prabhupada one time said, every devotee has a combination of good qualities and bad qualities. The devotee is one who can see the good qualities. So the more we can actually appreciate others, this is one realization I've had lately. We all want to be appreciated, right? We all want to be appreciated, sure. The natural desire, we all want to be appreciated. But if you seek appreciation, you're not so much appreciated. But the more you can appreciate others, then you become more and more appreciated. So don't try to be appreciated. Just try to appreciate everyone, and then you become more and more appreciated. Hare Krishna.
Sitting there as if in the audience or something.
Well, I appreciate both of you very much. Where would we be without the association of devotees? I can remember a life without devotees in my life, and it was so miserable. So the feeling of being lost and alone is something that when in preaching you encounter this with people, that they feel hopeless and lost and alone. And I can remember feeling like that. I mean, I remember there's a line from a popular song where it was, oh my God, am I here all alone? That existential angst of not feeling any genuine love, actually. So, this is the essence of Vaishnavism. The essence of the association of devotees is love. And Srila Prabhupada wanted that our society would be based, the politics of the experience of devotees and the nature of communication and communion between devotees was to be based upon love and trust. And in order to be loved and trusted, one must be loving and trustworthy. So this point that Maharaj and Prabhu were making, that one has to understand that without the association, the loving association of devotees, we are lost in this world, totally lost. And the only purpose of the human form of life is to re-establish our lost relationship with Krishna, and that can only be done through the association of devotees. So these are things to bear in mind all the time, and not take things for granted. Our wholesome position is purely by the mercy of the Vaishnavas. If not for Srila Prabhupada, none of this would be happening. And I think anyone can experience the love and mercy of Srila Prabhupada very directly by entering into this loving mood. Love and serve the Vaishnavas. And the natural loving propensity that one has in one's heart will grow, will come very much manifest in one's consciousness. And then one feels that one's life is going in the right direction, and not that one is drifting in this melees of meaningless of the material world. Thank you.
One more point. I remember when I heard Johnny this come, he said, don't love the devotees, it's Maya, you only love Krishna. I was thinking, what? Because Vishwanath Swami, Prabhupada said, told me, you've been trained up as the expert guidance of His Holiness Vishwanath Swami. Vishwanath Maharaj said, always been embracing them. Some devotees said, don't love the devotees, it didn't make sense. What are they talking about? But then another book came out, The Nectar of Instruction. Rupa Goswami talked the 6 loving exchanges. I knew I was right. Loving exchanges with Vaishnavas. Keep job.
And as Maharaj said, the loving propensity for Krishna is in the heart of every living entity. And we actually become very, very happy when we do serve a Vaishnava or somebody who is interested in becoming a Vaishnava. And when you know, in the field of preaching, or just meeting someone at the shops and being kind to them, you get to, Prabhupada once said, at least be kind. So to become a Prabhupada is so very friendly. And even though we were quite a random bunch of people, but somehow, one time he said to Harisori said to Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, I feel like you're my friend. And Prabhupada said, yes, I also feel like you're my friend. You're my friend. But it's my duty as a spiritual master to tell you, to train you. But when you take that opportunity to serve someone, you actually become so happy, don't you? Because it awakens your loving propensity as well. So it's a two-way street, really. If you serve someone, they become happy that you are embracing them in some way, and that you have a desire for them to become happy and relieved from the material world. But then you also become very happy.
So this concludes our 3-day festival. We are very, very honored, blessed, privileged, and grateful to His Holiness Yajna Maharaj, Vaishnav Krishna Prabhu, His great Bhakti Krishna Prabhu, and great Saramana Mataji, and all the devotees. So we'll have Nasi Bhakti now, and then we'll serve the feast in the Prasadam hall. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Shri Prabhupada Maharaj ki, Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. So, just a couple of announcements. We're going to serve prasadam in the prasadam hall, and everyone is going to sit down and we're going to serve the prasadam there. Now, after that hall is filled, if there's still devotees, then we will serve here with the curtains closed. So,
We need help to pick up.
and we need help to pick up the mats here. Just make sure this area is clean for the devotees to come in with prasadam. Hare Krishna.